Am I the asshole for ruining my sister's engagement party because of a secret I couldn't keep anymore? So, this happened last weekend, and my whole family is split over it. I feel sick to my stomach, but also weirdly relieved. Anyway, I need outside opinions. For background, I, 27, female, have an older sister, Claire, 29, female. She's always been the golden child in our family straight. A student homecoming queen. Landed a great job in marketing right out of college. I was more of the quiet, artsy type. I did fine in school, but I always felt like I lived in her shadow. I swear, this isn't just jealousy. I've always loved her, but the family dynamic has been lopsided. Claire has been dating Ethan, 31 male, for about 4 years. He's charming, funny, and honestly, I liked him at first. He treated Claire well and seemed genuinely into her. A few months ago, he proposed, and she, of course, said yes. They threw an engagement party this past weekend with about 60 people, family, friends, coworkers, big event. Now here's where things get messy. About 2 months ago, I was at a bar with some friends, and I swear I saw Ethan there. At first, I thought, okay, he's allowed to go out. But then I realized he wasn't alone. He was with a woman. They were sitting close, holding hands, and at one point they kissed. It wasn't a friendly peck either, it was full-on making out. I froze. I thought maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't him. But then he turned his head, and it was absolutely Ethan. I didn't confront him, then I was in shock. I went home and just sat with it. For the next week, I tried to convince myself it was a misunderstanding. Maybe it was some bizarre look-alike situation. But then, a week later, I saw him again, this time at a cafe, same woman. This time, literally feeding each other bites of cake. That's not co-worker behavior. I took a couple of pictures on my phone. They weren't crystal clear, but you can definitely tell it's him. I debated telling Claire immediately, but I kept second-guessing myself. My mom has always warned me not to interfere in Claire's life because she's so sensitive. I also worried that if I told her, she'd think I was jealous or making it up. So I sat on it, but it ate me alive every day. Every time Claire texted me about wedding planning, every time she showed me her ring, I wanted to scream, "He's cheating on you." Finally, the engagement party came. It was at a rented hall, decorated beautifully. Catered food, champagne, the works. Everyone was mingling, laughing, celebrating them. Claire looked stunning. Then Ethan got up to give a little speech. He was talking about how Claire was the love of his life and how he couldn't wait to spend forever with her. And I just lost it. Something inside me snapped. Before I could even process, I stood up and said, loud enough for the whole room to hear, "Really, Ethan? The love of your life? Is that what you told the brunette you were making out with at O'Malley's last month?" Edit. Update the next day. Wow, I didn't expect this to blow up. Thank you for the responses and for the award. I didn't think I'd ever get one of those. I've been reading through and trying to take everything in. A few clarifications. Yes, I'm 100% sure it was Ethan. I saw him twice with the same woman, and my photos make it obvious. I didn't plan to expose him at the party. It just happened. I had been bottling it up for weeks. And hearing him gush about Claire like nothing was wrong made me snap. Claire finally texted me. She said she's not ready to talk, but that she saw the pictures again. And she knows I wasn't lying. She's angry I didn't tell her earlier. But she also said she's done with Ethan. My mom is still furious with me, but my dad told her to let it go. He said, better a ruined party than a ruined marriage. Honestly, I agree. As for Ethan, apparently he admitted to Claire that he had been seeing someone else casually, but swears it didn't mean anything. She told him to lose her number. I feel relieved, but also guilty. Claire's life is upside down, and I was the one who pulled the pin on the grenade. I hope one day she understands why.
Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she showed up 3 hours late? So, I 25 female don't have kids. I like kids, but I'm not a natural babysitter type. My sister Megan 32 female has 3 ages 6, 4, and 2, they're a handful. But I love them. I live about 20 minutes away from her. Megan and her husband don't have much family help besides me, so I get asked to babysit pretty often. I don't mind helping sometimes, but it's starting to feel like they expect it. Last weekend, Megan asked if I could watch the kids for a couple hours while she and her husband went to a friend's birthday lunch. She promised they'd be back by 3 p.m. so I could make it to a concert with my friends at 5. I agreed because she swore it would be quick. So Saturday comes. I head over at 12:30, and the kids are already bouncing off the walls. The 2-year-old is crying because he wants candy. The 4-year-old refuses to nap, and the 6-year-old keeps asking when mommy is coming back. Standard chaos. 3 p.m. rolls around. No Megan. No texts, no call. I try to distract the kids with a movie, but they're hungry and cranky. I text her, "Hey, when are you heading back?" No reply. By 4, I'm panicking. My friends are already texting me about meeting up. The kids are screaming for snacks. So I raid the pantry and throw together something. Still no word from Megan. Finally, at 6:15, 3 hours late, she strolls in with her husband, laughing, carrying shopping bags. Turns out after the lunch they decided to swing by the mall for a bit. She acted like it was no big deal. I was furious. I said, "You told me 3. I had plans. I missed my concert." She just shrugged and said, "Sorry, things ran long." The kids were fine. I told her I wasn't babysitting for her anymore if she couldn't respect my time. She got defensive, saying I was overreacting and that family helps family. Now my mom is involved. She says Megan relies on me because babysitters are expensive, and that I should be more understanding. My friends, on the other hand, say I was totally right to set a boundary. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to babysit again after my sister was 3 hours late? Edit update. Wow, didn't expect so many responses. For those asking, yes, Megan knew about the concert. I told her when I agreed. She just assumed I'd understand if she was late. She texted me today, saying I hurt her feelings by refusing future babysitting. I told her I'd happily spend time with the kids when she is around, but I won't do solo babysitting anymore. She called me selfish. Honestly, I don't feel guilty. I love my niece and nephews, but I'm not a free daycare. Second update a few days later. So, after I told Megan no more babysitting, she blew up my phone with texts. First it was guilt tripping. "You're abandoning your family, and you'll regret not having a close bond with the kids." Then, it turned into straight up anger. "You're selfish and you'll understand when you have kids." I ignored most of it, but then my mom called. She said Megan had been crying about how overwhelmed she is and how she can't count on anyone. Mom basically asked me to apologize. I asked her point blank, "Would you be okay missing something you paid for just because?" Megan couldn't respect her own word. Mom got quiet, then just repeated, "Family is family." Here's where it gets interesting. Megan posted on Facebook about fake people who won't step up for family. It was clearly aimed at me. The comments section turned into a mess. Some friends of hers backed her up, but a few mutual friends messaged me privately saying, "She takes advantage of you." Then my brother-in-law, Megan's husband, actually called me. I expected him to defend her, but instead he apologized. He said he hadn't realized I had other plans, and that Megan didn't tell him I needed to leave by 3. He admitted she has a habit of stretching favors, and promised to talk to her. But Megan, she doubled down. She texted me last night saying, "I owe her for all the times she supported me growing up." She means driving me to school sometimes when I was a teenager. That's her evidence. At this point, I'm done. I told her, I love the kids. I will happily visit and play with them when she's there. But I'm not her unpaid, on-call babysitter anymore. She left me on read. Final update a week later. Megan hasn't spoken to me since. But I heard through my dad that she hired an actual babysitter last weekend. Guess what? The sitter charges $18 an hour. Suddenly Megan understands why free family babysitting was so appealing. My mom is still annoyed with me, but she's dropped it a bit after my dad pointed out that Megan has been taking advantage of me for years. My dad even said he's proud of me for finally setting boundaries. As for me, I feel lighter. I didn't realize how much anxiety babysitting gave me until I stopped. I still love my niece and nephews, but now I can enjoy being the fun aunt instead of the stressed out stand-in parent. So yeah, I don't think I'm the asshole here.